In this lecture, we will talk about account types in Linux. We have four types of accounts in Linux. We have user accounts, the super user account, system accounts, and service accounts. We will talk first of all about user accounts. User accounts are used to allow multiple people to work on the same system. It helps us to create a separate environment for each user on the same shared unique system. Each user on this system has a username and a password to allow him accessing the system. When a user account is created, a unique ID, known also as the user ID or the UID, is assigned to the user to identify the user on the system. The user ID is a positive number and it is usually above 1000 for user accounts. In addition to the username, the password, and the user ID, a user has also a primary group. If it is not specified when creating the user, a new group with the same name and UID as the user will be created and assigned to the user as its primary group. A user has also a home directory where their personal files and settings reside, and a default shell used as the command interpreter when the user executes commands. We can check this information by executing the ID command followed by the name of the user. This command will show us the username and the ID of the user, the GID and the name of the primary group of the user, and the groups that the user is part of. We'll talk more about groups just in a bit. For the home directory and the default shell of the user, we can check them in the /etc/password file. We will learn more about the information of a user account in one of the upcoming lectures. When we have multiple users and we want to assign to them the same role and permissions, we can organize them in a group and then give all the members of this group the same role, the same permissions, and access to certain files and directories. So group is a collection of users having common attributes such as roles, functions, or permissions. We can view the groups available on our system by executing the cat command followed by /etc/group, which is the file used for storing groups information. Here we are showing just a few of the groups that are available. On any Linux system, we have always a special user account known as the super user. It has full control of the system, including managing other users, installing softwares, and more. So it can perform any administrative task without any restriction. The super user account is also known as the root user, and its UID is set to 0. Let's talk now about service accounts. While user accounts are meant for humans, service accounts are meant for services, daemons, and applications to run with the right permissions. For example, the Postgres service runs under a service account known as Postgres. The MySQL service runs under a service account known as MySQL, and the same for the Nginx service. Service accounts are usually created when daemons and applications are installed, and they help isolating each service. So if one service is compromised, it doesn't compromise the remaining services. service accounts in Linux have the same fields as user accounts. Just we have to know that the UIDs of service accounts are usually less than 1000, and the default shell of a service account is usually set to /user/sbin/now-login or /bin/false to prevent interactive login using service accounts. The information of both user and service accounts are stored in the /etc/password and the /etc/shadow files. We can check them using the cat command, and we will talk more about these files in the upcoming lectures. And here we notice that for service accounts, the password is set to an asterisk, an exclamation mark, or both of them, and that's done to disable authentication using passwords. Finally, we will talk about system accounts. System accounts are created during the OS installation, and they are used by OS level processes for internal system operations. Daemons, bin, and system are examples of system accounts, and they have the same fields as user and service accounts, and their information are stored in the /etc/password file with the information of user and service accounts. And here we notice that for system accounts, the UID is usually under 100. So that's an overview of account types in Linux, and we will go deeper in the upcoming lectures. So that's all for now. I hope that everything is clear, and thank you very much.